Hello and welcome to Miss Hannah Loves Grammar. In this video we'll be answering the question, what is an adverb of degree? An adverb of degree adds information about the intensity of how an action happens. By intensity I mean the strength of that action that's happening or the force with which it's happening. So it ranges from most to least intense. So let's consider cold. From most to least intense. Using these adverbs of degree, I'd like you to order them from most to least intense, thinking about cold. Hit pause if you need thinking time. So, how did you get on? It's extremely cold is the most intense adverb of degree. It's especially cold today. Is next. It's particularly cold. It's pretty cold. It's rather cold. It's quite cold. As you can see, as we're going towards least intense, these seem less forceful, less strongly worded. It's fairly cold today. It's not especially cold today. It's not particularly cold. Now it's your turn to spot the adverbs of degree in each of the 4 sentences. Why not hit pause if you need thinking time? So, how did you get on? What did you find? The nurse told me she was extremely lucky to live. Extremely is the most intense adverb of degree, suggesting to us it's a near miracle this person is alive. Jerome was rather angry with himself. So he was pretty angry with himself, but he wasn't most intensively angry with himself. It's important, I think, with emotions to notice the range of adverbs of degree. It gives us an indication of someone's mood and feeling. Now let's take the next example. Elena is quite good at reading. If I was Elena's mum, I'd be quite worried about that. Only quite good. It makes sense for her to try harder at reading if she's only okay at reading. It suggests there's room for improvement. Finally, Jason was not particularly impressed. He had a crash with his bike. So it is the least intensive, but it's equally forceful. Because the adverb phrase, not particularly, is in contrast to the verb, which is impressed. Well, you're not going to be particularly impressed if you just crashed your bike. So it's interesting. That's almost a contradiction. It almost goes against itself. What that means is he's pretty annoyed with himself. He's really quite upset he's had a crash with his bike. Adverbs of degree give us a feel to how intensive, forceful or strong an action is, and they can really help us read emotion, especially for a speaker or character in whatever we're reading. They also help us to communicate exactly how we feel without just saying, I'm happy or sad. I'm extremely happy. I'm incredibly sad. Why not subscribe to Miss Hannah Loves Grammar for all things English, literary and grammatical?